Now, Gilbert Arenas already told you how good I am at hoop already. So the fact that you disrespected me after I already beat multiple NBA players, that don't sit right with me.
Well,
until you see me hoop in person, then you'll get a better understanding. Okay, Cat might be talking. He might be talking, but you had an NBA player really like that. And you still think you're not understanding. So I'm gonna show you in person.
No, you good.
Okay.
You gonna be just like what you call them guys that be happy to be dapping guys up, be clapping for everybody to come on the bench. You ain't getting off the bench.
Shoo! I'm coming. Listen, I don't even need to start. I can be the
You not go. You don't need to.
I don't need you. I can come off the bench and give you 20, 23, 24. Easy. 24, 12, and 10.
Ocho.
That's me.
What?
Ocho, you can't start for a high school team now, bro.
Well, listen, man. One thing about it, don't play with my athletic ability. Don't play with my athletic ability and don't play with these feet.
Maybe one time.
I'm not the one.
Ocho, the chat had so much fun watching you spell baloney. We got a new segment called Spello Cinco.
Wait, baloney? You mean?
Yeah, you spelled baloney yesterday.
No, that wasn't baloney?
Yeah.
Oh, I spelled it right though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was real. Real talking about down. I thought you said E. You knew it.
Your four previous playoff games, your offense did score more than 20 points. How much more confident do you feel that this year's offense has the ability to put up the points we need to win this playoff?
Very, very confident. Extremely confident. And so, even at this point, it was 10 to 24, fourth quarter.
Stanley in front of him. Touchdown!
And then the last one, I think speaking at halftime. So yeah, going into halftime it was 10-10. And so obviously everybody at home was like, damn, I know they ain't about to mess up, so.
Who did most of the talking? I did. You did. A lot of Christian I said on halftime. They really quoted me if I said that. It would. He wasn't really doing anything, so it's that defense, they was playing great, and that offense was playing great as well, but we wasn't doing our job with our unit in the second half. We wanted to put points on the board, start moving the ball, moving the chains, and start looking like ourselves.
So just talk about that, like, he stood on it. A lot of people gave him a lot of flack, like even early in the season, before the season started, and how he's developing now, like.
My fault, bro. I try to get out the paint.
Listen, what I'm about to say may be new to some people, and it may be rude to other people, but it's sheer fact. I was having a conversation by a native of Baltimore, as he said.
Okay.
And when he said this, it was almost like, oh, what? How dare you? He was like, Lamar Jackson means more to the city than Ray.
Bro, that's some big shoes to fill. And that's a bold statement.
And just how it's just like, oh, what? Like, bro, Lamar Jackson is that guy.
Yeah, he is.
But I was having this conversation. He said 2 words, 4 different adjectives, extremely confident. No, that's another word. No, extremely, really confident. Bruh, there's not a more dynamic player in all of football
than Lamar Jackson.
That's fine. I can say that.
Patrick Mahomes, dynamic in his own right.
Correct.
A different dynamic. But electric.
Exactly. Electric.
When I was 8 years old looking at Virginia Tech, Michael Vick, electric. That's Lamar Jackson.
And he's becoming more vocal too, like even at halftime speech and everything like that.
Yeah,
but I think that was the biggest thing with him though. He didn't speak on it, so people just had their own perception of it.
this is like the societal kind of crossroad. We're not used to seeing a position played to look, feel, and culturally
like Lamar.
Like Lamar.
Fact.
Lamar Jackson is not the guy that's just going to say, hey, I'm going to do X, Y, Z, blah, 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 da, 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 da. He just,
I'm locked in.
And
that's enough. That's it.
Not the franchise quarterback.
Correct.
Not the leader of the team, not the face of the franchise, not the face of the city. No, we're not used to that. Or the sports realm is not used to that. Lamar Jackson just kicked that damn door down. It's like, bro, there's many ways that this can count. They will want you to be on commercials. You can't name a commercial that Lamar Jackson's on. You can't even probably name an endorsement that Lamar Jackson has. Lamar Jackson is the epitome of keeping the main thing.
But after this season, I'm probably going to see him, for sure.
No, it's not. At the end of the season, it's like, bro, if he's not playing right now, he still is great.
For sure.
He's the youngest MVP to ever receive that award. Ever. But you're going to sit up and tell me, oh, he got to win a Super Bowl. Yeah, the guy has done everything he was supposed to do.
Like in a certain type of way that
it's many different ways to attack the defense other than just using your arm.
Correct.
Right? I think the greatnesses of Peyton Manning, the greatnesses of Tom Brady, the greatnesses of the Brett Favre, the greatnesses of John Elway, the greatnesses of, Steve Young, the greatnesses of Warren Moon, Randall Cunningham, Steve McNair. Like everybody played the game different.
Correct.
In their own way. And we're seeing it right before our eyes. But sometimes covering sports, we can be naive to the reality of this guy is still great. And do we acknowledge greatness if it's not what we're used to seeing?
And the evolution of the game.
That's really what I'm saying. Like, Lamar Jackson is probably the first of his kind to revolutionize that in its own right. You may say myself, but not just for him. Because I was still in the media. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was still showing myself. This is still beyond me. I don't really know anything about Lamar Jackson. I know his mom is his agent. I don't know if he got a kid. I don't know if who he's dating. I don't know,
because he locked in.
Because he locked in. We're not used to seeing that. Because I can guarantee you, boom, Patrick Mahomes. You know everything about Patrick Mahomes.
Correct. We used to be these quote-unquote Colgate commercial quarterbacks.
Yes.
Yeah. My boy got the slugs in. No Colgate.
It's just like mainstream. That's not who Lamar Jackson is, but does that make him a bad player or person? No. You know what I'm saying? He's a very private person, I would assume. But he ain't getting in trouble.
And he's standing on business. Standing on it.
And I'm trying to tell you, man, you just gotta love to see it. But we're not used
to seeing that.
And when I say we're not, I mean mainstream is not receptive to that yet.
But they will be.
But it's no denying it now. What more does he need to do? He's gonna prove like, yo, I got an MVP. I've been doing it for a long time. You saw this in high school. You saw this at Louisville. You saw this, you know what I'm saying? And even then, like, let's not be naive too. It's like when he got drafted, it's like Joe Flacco was still there.
Yeah, Flacco was. And they was talking about trying to make him a wide receiver, calling into the draft, but yeah.
RC, Ryan Clark is right. It's all about how you're viewed by not only he's advanced, showing 1-3. Every clip you see, 1-3 in the playoffs.
Typed up, they just haven't sit. He doesn't perform well in playoffs. They'd be saying, "Oh, Lamar Jackson is not a playoff quarterback. He's just a regular season guy. He doesn't get it done in the playoffs." And they're waiting to say that. They literally have these articles typed up right now.
That graphic, 1-4.
Right.
That graphic, ready to go.
They got the articles typed up. They just haven't push send, and they're waiting to push send. And when they beat Houston, they were like, wait another week. I hope Patrick, let me push send because the article is already written.
Change the name.
They're going to change the name.
Kansas City, no Houston.
No, no Houston. Stroud sends him. Nope. Mahomes does it again and sends Lamar Jackson home. They're waiting to send those articles, and they're waiting in the same breath. They're waiting to promote Josh Allen. They're waiting to crown Josh Allen as the next best thing that he and Patrick Mahomes, because it's so good for the league. I heard Skip say something.
They got to hold that one off for another year.
I got to hold it off for another few years. You better not say that again. You bring that up, it ain't no conversation. But when you're talking about Lamar, and Skip said this, he was like, he's been working on his image, and he's been working, you see, he's working on, I said, Skip, what are we working on his image?
I don't even know.
Ain't nothing wrong with his image.
I don't even know what that means.
He ain't done nothing to put no dirt on his image. He's played the game well. He doesn't have to talk and speak a certain way for his image to be right.
It went in one ear and out the other. I didn't even...
It didn't go in out for me.
It went in and out. The reason it went in and out because I don't subscribe to that. But you prop people up that you want to prop up. Regardless, I can create Lamar Jackson action figures all day long. And I can bring in Kevin Hart to do the voiceover. I can do Penny Hardaway the same way they did Lil Penny. Penny didn't have a personality. So they decided, hey, we get ready to create Lil Penny. We're going to bring in Chris Rock. We're going to attach Tyra Banks to it. And we're going to blow the Lil Penny shoe up and be one of the hottest selling shoes ever. You can create it. They refuse to.
And he's going to make it irrefutable.
Yeah.
He's gonna make
Is that a word? That's something from
it
Stanford.
feels like a word.
That sounds like something from Stanford.
Like
irrefutable.
Irrefutable. So what?
Is that a real word, Javon?
That's what I'm saying. That's it.
That's gotta be a Stanford word.
You just gotta use them in context. And
Man.
That's why I passed it. I took it a few times, it wasn't always for me. But that's
I would never pull out irrefutable in my conversation. That's just, I'm up here with a smart guy, so,
But he beats Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
And it's what are we talking about? It's a whole different
conversation. And how he's going to do it, and the second MVP, and he has one behind Mahomes, and he's been in the league 5 years, I think now? 5 or 6 years? No, 6 with Josh.
Yeah, with Josh.
So he's won a Super Bowl, 2 MVPs. Most likely he'll win Super Bowl MVP if they win the Super Bowl. So I'm just going to give him that. Wow, he got the trifecta.
And then the conversation, if it's anything other than Lamar, Patrick, then you're doing it wrong. And that's what they don't do.
Well, that's
what they don't do.
They're going to bring Joe Burrow back into the
even then, his stuff doesn't compare.
No, they're going to ignore all the other stuff.
But how can you ignore MVP? You can't ignore it. They are going to. But that's what I'm saying.
Because they want Joe to get one, too.
I know they want him to get it, but you can't just give him what he hasn't earned. You might not always agree with the facts.
I don't always agree.
But the facts all the same. And the facts would be Lamar Jackson has 2 MVPs, Joe Burrow has none.
So you agree, Lamar? So you finally agree Lamar's going to win the MVP?
No, I'm saying if he does. I'm just saying, I don't feel like arguing with you.
I'm not arguing, I'm just asking you a question.
I don't feel like arguing, I'm thanking God. Because if I don't say it, then you're going to sit here and spend 15 minutes going on that.
No, I just wanted to make sure that you did, in fact, acknowledge that he's going to win the MVP.
I think it's going to be a co-MVP with Christian McCaffrey.
Okay.
Being honest. But I'm saying it's going to be what has Joe Burrow done that Lamar hasn't. Because I can name things Lamar has that Joe hasn't, especially if he gets to a Super Bowl.
We absolutely hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more from us, hit that subscribe button for all videos, full episodes, and exclusive content from the show. And don't forget to find All Facts, No Breaks on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You're going to want to get the door because Jenny Craig is back and better than before. The new Jenny Craig.
God, I wish I could play
because then this wouldn't be a discussion.
We
would just have a factual
fact check. But God, I wish I played it this year. Welcome to a new episode of my show, Undisputed Presents All Facts, No Breaks podcast with me, Keyshawn. I don't need to say my last name. Joining us today is another one of my homeboys, co-hosts. You already kind of know him. He won the Super Bowl. Forget all the Pro Bowls and all the other stuff. He's a member of the decade team. And forget the future Hall of Famer, because if he does not get in, did I say that right? He does not get in. Is that right? Is that correct English?
If he does not get in, yeah.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
If he doesn't get in?
If he doesn't get in to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, then there's a real problem. But anyway, it's Richard Sherman. You see him on Undisputed with me all across all different platforms in his career. What's up, man?
No. See, I appreciate you having me on. I feel big time.
Yeah, I didn't see him. That was like bad English.
Right. There's not.
That's fine, whatever. They know the hell I mean.
Right. They gonna know.
They gonna know exactly. I'm not here to speak the King's English, so to speak.
Come on, man.
I'm me.
We're here to get the points across.
Get the points across. And then I got my man Javion over there. It's tough to get you to do anything outside of your normal responsibilities. That's how you professional athletes are. You ex-athletes are so, hey man, you want to go over here? I got something to do. Don't have nothing to do. We'll go back to the damn hotel.
Ex-athlete.
No, I've been removed from the ex-athlete category for 18 years
You don't
now.
get to be removed no matter what. You're still an ex-athlete. I got my
Do I have
process.
athlete tendencies?
Yes, very much so.
You think so?
Yeah.
I ask people
You're
that all the
great. You're a
time.
great teammate. So that's
for sure,
teammate,
100%.
teammate, team sport kind of guy. Okay. You believe in yourself, unwavering confidence, as you should.
Okay.
You're driven.
Okay.
You're on time, responsible. You don't understand that's a huge part of it.
Okay.
And I think from time to time, you say you got things to do and you don't have nothing to do.
Yeah,
You don't feel
those
like
are athlete tendencies, I would say. Just sitting up, making stuff up. What's up, man?
Let's dive right into Josh Allen. I want y'all to take a look at what Ryan Clark had to say on Get Up about the QB coming up short.
We want to come here and we want to defend Josh Allen. You don't have to defend it. Yeah. You can say straight up, Josh Allen is an absolute dude. Right. Josh Allen has shown up for this team when he's needed to, except for when he's needed to most. At some point, Josh Allen is going to have to beat the other great quarterbacks in the AFC. At some point, y'all gotta say he's coming up short. We don't say Tom Brady is the greatest of all time because he's the most talented. But because he's the best when he needs to be the best. I'm not blaming the loss on Josh Allen. You know what the greats are? The reason the team wins. So you for Josh Allen, I don't care. It does not matter that he played well. What matters is that he's at his house.
React to this.
that was pure facts. That was pure facts. You judge these quarterbacks off wins and losses, whether they deservedly get the credit for the wins, or they deservedly get the credit for these losses. That's how we judge them, and that's how we judge their greatness. He had to go out there, Keith, and he had to execute. He had to win the game. You had to beat Patrick Mahomes. He's beat Patrick Mahomes a few times in the regular season, but in the playoffs, he's 0-3. He's 0-3. And if you cannot beat him in the playoffs, then you're not one of them. And no, that's the only way history remembers.
Yeah, you know, Ryan Clark is preaching the facts in this situation. And when you look at Josh Allen, great form, talent, everything you love about him as a quarterback. But in the end, it's all about winning, right? It's all about winning. Because in my opinion, you're not great until it's done. I don't throw great around. People do all the time. Oh, he's such a great athlete. He's a good athlete. He's a good football player. He's not great. Tom Brady was great. Joe Montana was great. You know, those guys ended their career. Michael Irvin was a great receiver. He finished the deal 3 times. Josh Allen hasn't finished the deal once. He hasn't even gotten to the deal, right? I mean, like, he just hadn't gotten there.
Right.
Now, along the way, there's going to always be people in your way somewhere along the way. When I won my Super Bowl in Tampa, we eventually had to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Mm-hmm. We had to. They owned us. But eventually, we closed the link, the vet better yet, and we opened up the link. Okay? That's what we did. Mm-hmm. We beat them, then we came back and beat them. And then it was the monkey that was lifted off our shoulders. Right now, for Josh Allen, that monkey is still on his shoulders. And that monkey is the Kansas City Chiefs. Right. Period. Right. He couldn't beat Joe Burrow. He couldn't beat Kansas City. He didn't want to obviously he probably did personally want to get to see Lamar Jackson in Baltimore, but he didn't get there. Right. So now he's at home. He's overhyped. He's not overrated. He's overhyped for sure. And that's part of media's fault of building him up. You don't put this dude on the front of the Madden game and he can't even get out the division.
What are we doing?
That's what they do.
And that's what they do now. And that's why it's tough for him. And I feel bad because the weight of expectations are so heavy and he's played really well in these playoffs. It's not like he's played bad and lost this game. He's played great, but you still lost. You still lost. And if you would have went through Patrick Mahomes and then Lamar Jackson in the AFC Championship, and then went through San Francisco, Detroit, whoever in the Super Bowl and won, then you would get everything you deserve, and we'd stop the overhype. We'd be like, even
if he did not win the Super Bowl and he just got there, something that the Bills hadn't done in a very, 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 very long time, you would start to figure out where the holes are in the team that they couldn't win. You wouldn't be trying to figure out what's wrong with Josh. All the games that he's played well in, he's had one or two throws that you said, if he'd just did this, if he'd just did that. And even in this past game against Kansas City, if he just would have stepped into it and threw the post instead of 5 yards in front of the guy, we'd have been like, okay. Or if he'd have just took Stephon Diggs on the shallow cross coming underneath, we go, okay.
Right.
But all of those things contribute to him losing games. And so the facts are the facts. He's not a great quarterback. He can't win the big games right now. He's just a good quarterback.
Right. He's a really good quarterback in the National Football League, but it's that you've got to give him the same criticism that they give him.
There's only one great quarterback in the National Football League.
It's just one.
And he wears number 15.
That's it.
Lamar's on his way to becoming great. On his way to becoming great, but it's only one, and that's in Kansas City.
And it's because when it's all on the line, he finds a way to win the big game or get his team to the big game. Even in a season where all of us said, this is an off year for the Kansas City Chiefs. Their offenses looked off.
Even in a year where many people say, well, they finally missed Tyreek Hill. But here he is again preparing for the press conference in Baltimore when his team lands.
Here's what Nick Wright had to say about Josh Allen. He tweeted, quote, "Everyone wants Josh to be Peyton and Mahomes Brady, but Mahomes is Peyton and Brady rolled into one, and Burrow seems to have the Big Ben lane taken care of. So Josh and the Bills have to settle for Phillip Rivers' Chargers. Would you guys consider Josh Allen the Phillip Rivers of today's NFL?"
Oh, man. Phillip Rivers of today's NFL. Josh is only in his 6th season, just completed his 6th year.
Yeah.
He's gotten a lot further than Phillip Rivers has in 6 seasons. In Phillip Rivers' first 6 seasons, without me actually having the notes in front of me, I believe his career is further along in 6 seasons than Phillip Rivers was in San Diego.
Pretty great thing.
Right?
Yeah.
It feels that way.
Definitely feels that way.
Look, it is only the Peyton Manning, Tom Brady situation is because he's faced 3 times Patrick Mahomes in the postseason, plus a number of times in the regular season, much like Manning and Brady went at it for quite some time. Then eventually Manning got over the hump.
Right.
And once he got over that little bit of hurdle, then it looked a little bit different. Although he only won 1 championship in Indianapolis. Let's not get it twisted.
Right.
And then the second time, when he threw for 50 touchdowns, the Legion of Boom, led by Cam Chancellor and Browner, and the other guy, Richard Sherman, was a sub then. They took care of business against him in New York. And then the next championship he won was really about Von Miller.
Right, was Von. But he still, even that Super Bowl he went to see us, he went through Brady.
Yeah, he did go through Brady.
So eventually, Josh has to do that, or you can't even put him in those kind of conversations because he didn't lose to Brady every single time.